In the Pitbull ring, the Red Boy bloodline, when crossed with the Jocko bloodline, and Bolio, Tombstone, produced the best fighting dogs in the history of the APBT. It is important to remember that the bloodline of dogs, Red Boy Jocko and Bolio Tombstone, are both very, very, very game. Both lines have their strengths and their weaknesses. However, when they were crossed together, they made a super bulldog, complete. The line of dogs, Red Boy Jocko, is known for its gameness, his phenomenal air, and his super movement. In the beginning, the Red Boy Jocko dogs won all fights in the country. However, after years and years of inbreeding, they lost their mouth power. They were there for all the long nights. However, it was not enough to win, and few were chosen for the fight. The dogs, Bolio Tombstone, were also best known for their gameness. But they were really good wrestlers, super rough, and built like tanks. These dogs were winning at high percentages. But, after many years of inbreeding, they also lost the power of their mouth. The first to try the cross, 50% Bolio Tombstone, with 50% Red Boy Jocko. It was the STP. He bred Grand Champion Buck to the female champion, Sassy, who is the sister of the Grand Champion, Yellow. Into that cross was born Jedi, once victorious in combat. The STP itself stated that all dogs born from this litter were good. Mr. Hollingsworth had the genius to cross the female Hollingsworth Dolly Rom with the Grand Champion, Yellow Rom. That was a super litter. The Great Champion was born, May Day, Champion Choice, Champion Dragon Lady, Madonna once victorious in combat. And all were considered as super bulldogs. Southern Kennels and Red Tide Kennels crossed Hollingsworth's dog, Bull, with the female Sassy Lady, Yellow. From this litter, Rex Dog, the dog Tarna, was born, who was once a combat winner. The dog Bronson, twice winner of combat, was born. So Southern Kennels crossed the Hollingsworth bitch, the female Dolly, into the male, who was champion, called Deadlift. In this cross, the champion Dragonman was born. In Dragonman's fourth fight, he lost the match, like Dead Game. Stone City Kennel Tony crossed the female, Awesome Baby Rom, with the male, Grand Champion, Buck Rom. In this litter, the Grand Champion, Yellow Buck, Champion Piggy, and Blondie, who did not fight, were born. Tom Ratliff crossed his bitch Red Boy Jocko, the female, Daisy Rom, with the male, the Grand Champion, Buck Rom. In this litter was born Butkus Rom, from Ratliff, which was a dog, 4 times winner of combat. And his litter sister, the female, Miss Leaky Rom. The dog Butkus was removed from the chain a few weeks after his 4th fight, and used as the substitute dog, not to pay the top. He lost but proved to be dead game. He was taken off the chain, with NO conditioning, to be a replacement. He would be a Grand Champion easily. Undertaker Kennels crossed the female, Miss Leak, into her brother, Champion, Butkus. In this litter, a champion was born, the famous 357. In my opinion, the best dog, from the Buck line, in the country. The Red Tide Kennel crossed his bloodline dog, Bolio Tombstone, named Crash. In a bitch, of the bloodline, Red Boy Jocko, called Taichi. In this crossing was born, the Comanche, 2 times winner, of Comate. Certainly, there are more dogs, 50% Red Boy Jocko, with 50% Tombstone Bolio, that have been successful in combat. But I mentioned, the dogs, that I recall. There are also many dogs, which are 75% Red Boy Jocko, with 25% Tombstone Bolio. And there are also many 25% Red Boy Jocko, with 75% Tombstone Bolio. The Grand Champion, May Day, was crossed to a bitch, Red Boy Jocko. Thus was born the Grand Champion, Lucane, the Champion, the 600 Dog, and the Great Champion, the famous Barracuda. The dog May Day was also crossed in bitches, of the Bolio Tombstone lineage. And so was born the champion of the Big Apple Kennel, the dog Haunch, a 4-time dog fighting winner. The Pro Set champion, the dog Meme, was born, and the dog of the Work Kennel, the Monster Dog, was born twice as a dog combat winner. When the Grand Champion, May Day, was crossed with the female of the SCK, the Bitch Blondie. The one-time winner male dog was born and a phenomenal bulldog. The male was crossed with the female of the Red Tie Kennel, the Bitch Cheyenne. And with this crossing, the Open House Kennel dog was born, the Awesome Buck Dog, a twice-winning combat dog. The SCK crossed the Jedi Dog, once winner, with the female, Awesome Baby Rom. In this litter were born, the champion, Nico, 4-times winner, of combat. And SCK, Dixie, who was a 2-time dogfight winner. The Undertaker Kennel crossed the HOLLINGSWORH dog, the Bodine, with the female, Miss Leaky Rom. In this litter, the champion, Boy, and the champion Saline were born. The Evolution Kennel crossed the female Matcha, with the champion male, the 357. In this litter, the Grand Champion, Macho Buck Rom, and 9 other Super Bulldogs were born. These crosses were the best from the Southern Kennel, the SCK, the Undertaker Kennels, the Super Kennel, and he mixed them all together to get variations of these wonderful crosses. The EK also crossed the bitch of the SCK, the Ugly, in the champion male, the 357, he crossed twice. And they were born, Miss Superbuck, Lady Buck and Buck Baby. Thus maintaining the percentage, 50% of the Grand Champion, Buck. And 50% Red Boy Jocko, through the bitch, the Daisy Mother Rom, and also the Awesome Baby Rom. It's coming up, the history of Bass Tramp Red Boy, for you. Don't forget, leave a like. My name is Rodolpho, and I thank you all. God bless you all.